Ayo, lovelies, it is I, myself, Kid V, with the heart of thunder, with the main shooter, Monty Ariez. You know who it is, it's the guys you love, it is the neighborhood. Alright, here we go!
Yeah, hey, it's all good in the neighborhood. Hey, break bread in the neighborhood. Hey, lush days in the neighborhood. Shoot shots all day in the neighborhood. Yeah, hey, it's all good in the neighborhood. Hey, break bread in the neighborhood. Hey, lush days in the neighborhood. Shoot shots all day in the neighborhood. Kid V with that love and energy.
There we go. Ayo, lovelies. It is I, myself, Kid V. And of course, beside me is my tag team partner, my co-host, my brother, Monty Ariez.
Yes, sir. And of course, like right when we go live, you might want to go to bed.
Right? It was. We tested it before. I tested it beforehand. It was fine.
Man,
and we're good.
You good? Don't touch it no more.
We ain't touching it.
Okay. Man, welcome to another neighborhood pod, dude. This time we kind of adjusted these little stands because last video when I was editing, I was driving myself crazy, like seeing that these things were like right in our freaking face.
Yeah, it was a little weird of a setup, but you know, we're trying to do what we can.
Trial and error, baby.
Exactly. Now, hey Monty, guess what?
What?
I found out a very interesting fact.
What's that?
So, while humans may be the only animal that actually use a monetary system, there are plenty of other animals that use almost a bartering system. Like, have you ever heard of like ravens and crows? Like, if a human can give them something, they'll actually give you something back.
Nah, never heard of that.
Yeah, so they'll find like shiny things, and like this is actually like proven. They'll actually leave you gifts. They'll like if they have a little skull of a rat or something like that, they'll actually give you these things.
Wow.
But if animals were to go to a monetary value system, for instance, let's go ahead with polar bears. Where do you think they'd keep that money?
I don't know.
Perhaps in a snowbank.
That was such a miss just because it took me forever to get there, dude.
You go ahead and find an easy way to get to polar bears using a snowbank rather than just directly going to it.
Hey, kid, you know that certain animals run on a barter system?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. What kind of bank do polar bears use?
That you can't use bank in the joke.
What kind of bank does polar bears use?
A snowbank.
There you go.
I don't know. I think it loses a little bit of its charm that
way. Where does polar bears go to invest their money?
Ice Street?
No. A snowbank.
See? There we go.
Jesus Christ.
Next time Monty's doing the joke.
I guess. Anyways, welcome to the neighborhood pod. You already know what time it is. It is hump day. Yes, sir, man. Thanksgiving Eve.
Ooh. That's probably one of the best times. Like the eve of a great holiday.
Yeah. Because like 9 times out of 10, most people have, the holidays off, Thanksgiving. So then family comes flying in, or, it's just a bunch of that, the catch up and play,
Absolutely. You ever, you end up having like a horror story as far as traveling for the holidays?
Horror story traveling for the holidays.
Yeah, where it was just like miserable.
No, not really. I couldn't, we really didn't do much. I mean, the most was like pulling up to my aunt's house, and some years, the adults would get too drunk and fight.
Yeah. No, as far as traveling goes, like I haven't ever had many horror stories, but most of the time it's been decently local if we're going to do something.
Yeah.
But I've seen, you've seen the news where the traffic just gets real bad. I can't even imagine that. That would drive me nutty.
Hell yeah, man. But today's pod, we're gonna kind of stay in the Thanksgiving theme, the Thanksgiving season, and we're just gonna kind of talk about what we were grateful for and thankful for this year. and kind of just share that with y'all. If you guys have anything that you guys are thankful for, please let them know. Let us know in the comment section down below. You know, if you're listening to the Spotify, please leave us a review. You know, that helps a lot. Apple, a review. iHeart, a review. Amazon, a review.
And everywhere else, just remember, like the show, comment below, and share with everyone you know.
I wasn't done that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then YouTube, yes, the YouTube. Comment, subscribe, share, like.
And then watch.
Our neighborhood subscribe numbers on YouTube aren't the same as our Spotify. And now Spotify updated the John, and I can't even tell where we're at.
That's the weird thing, too. Because you give me like a weekly update.
I'm always on that. I'm a numbers guy.
And now Spotify, we can't even see what those numbers are.
Nope. No, sir. Come on, man. Come on.
Is that so? I bet you they have it behind a paywall now.
Nah, hell no.
You don't think so?
No. I just think it's just like the app is weird. The app works different from the website. We could probably figure it out on the website.
Gotcha.
But that's besides the point, man. Y'all already know the deal. If you, well, it's Wednesday, so yeah, you should be at work. So if you're at work and you clocking in, clock in. You know, if you, on the job and you got to type in on your little computer, that little stupid thing, log in, right? Make sure you set up your little, your desk nice and tandy and dandy and nifty, all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
And if you in the drive, you see kid try to jump the gun. He tries to steal my thunder with this shit every time, bro.
Nah, I was kind of.
No, you were like.
Well, yeah.
I was going to the drive-through after the login thing.
I didn't realize we were going to go with Tandy, Dandy, and Nifty. That one really caught me by surprise.
Yeah, I'm him. And if you're in the drive-through, Thanksgiving season, be in a giving season, be in a giving mood. Make sure you tip your cashier. It's hazelnut. For sure.
You got to hit that hazelnut season.
And if you just so happen to be a late bloomer and you're just waking up, maybe you have your alarm clock set to our podcast for some reason.
Ooh.
You, my good sir, my good person, my good human, you need to rise and shine.
And clap some cheeks.
Yes, sir. Let's get into today's pod, man.
Ayo, lovelies and neighbors. We are here because we are very happy to announce our very first partnership here on the Neighborhood Pod.
Yes, sir. We partnered up with my boy, D-Rock. D-Rock is a mastermind when it comes to beat making. He has been the mastermind behind our very own theme song here on the Neighborhood Pod and my singles theme song.
Now, when it comes to D-Rock, he is all about making them beats. So if you are a pro wrestler, an artist, any other type of person that's going to need beats, by all means, hit up my boy D-Rock.
Yes, sir. You could go ahead and go to his website right here. That's D-Rock's Vault and Studio.myshopify.com. That's a lot of things to say, dude.
That is a lot of things, but I will let you know the promo code neighborhood20 is how you can get 20% off your purchases. No minimum purchase, unlimited access, and if you go ahead and use that code 5 times, you yourself will earn yourself a free beat.
Yes, sir. A 1 to 5 minute beat, absolutely free. So remember, pull up to D-Rock Vault and Studio.myshopify.com and use promo code NEIGHBOR20. Link down below. Yes, sir.
Whoo! I know our neighbors heard that.
Yeah, we moving up in the world.
That's right.
Yeah.
That felt good.
Hell yeah.
Who would have guessed?
Listen, we took like 30 freaking takes. I don't care if I started on that part. It still flowed. It was still cool. And it wouldn't be the Neighborhood Pod without it.
Absolutely. And It's so cool because this is actually a friend of yours.
Yeah, man. I met this dude, D-Rock, in Bridgewater when I first moved back to Massachusetts, like when I was like 18. And me and my boys, you know, like they introduced me to him, and you know, there'd be a few nights where I'd pull up to my boy Nick's house, and D-Rock would come through playing a beat. He'd be there with Birdo, and we just freestyling. He's showing some beats, and then ever since that, bro, like me and D-Rock just stayed in touch, bro. Like, and he just been supplying me beats ever since then. And yeah, there's a lot of beats that he's the mastermind behind. If you look at my catalog on Spotify, like I said, the Love It theme song is made by him. Our theme song's made by him. Gunnar Moody's theme song is made by him. He's a part of my process, you know. Like I tell you, hey, you know, you need a theme song if you're a pro wrestler, because every pro wrestler needs their own theme song.
They really do.
Right? You know, I charge them a set amount, and with that money, like I make no money off of it. Right? I'm just trying to help. That's really what it is, you know? And then when it's time to make money and I can make some money, then yeah, sure. But right now, that's my process. It's someone pays me the money, boom, I pay D-Rock, I pay for the studio, I create, and me and the wrestler go back and forth on like, hey, how do you want it to sound? What can we touch? And 9 times out of 10, bro, every time I've done it so far, since like pursuing pro wrestling and doing theme songs, I have made... I'm gonna toot my own horn on this one. I've made some bangers, yo.
Bangers.
I've made some bangers.
Absolute bangers.
And again, it wouldn't be without D-Rock. And so it was a big up. And he's trying to build his brand, and we're trying to build ours. So I said, you know, the whole point is to eat together.
Yeah.
You know, and I pitched the idea to him. You know, we make no money.
None.
We make no money, no commission off this. So please, if you are an artist, if you are a pro wrestler, if you are a content creator, if you're even a podcaster, hit up D-Rock. You're always going to need instrumentals. You're probably going to need an instrumental for your next intro, for your next podcast. How about some background instrumentals for your editing vlog that you're working on right now? You know, that type of stuff. Nobody really truly understands that, like, having beats on lock just in your vault. That way you don't have to worry about copyright. You don't have to worry about getting permission to release it. It's yours 100%. You know, like being able to have that to you, and then D-Rock charging the amount that he's charging.
Right.
It's nutty, dude. On top of using the promo code, and this isn't even a plug, but like, think about it. If you look at the prices he's pricing his beats at, you use our promo code neighbor20. Now, already where his beat price is at, it gets lower.
Right.
You know? And then if you buy 5 beats and then you get that extra one for free.
What?
That's 6 beat. Like I don't know, dude. D-Rock cooked it up on that one, man. D-Rock cooked it up on that.
Right.
So I really hope that like y'all use that promo code. It is active until forever. Okay? So again, use that promo code. Work with us. Help support us. Help grow pro wrestlers, artists, you know, all that stuff, man, whatever you want to do.
Right. And whoever needs it. And the best part is, let's go ahead and say, hey, you ended up not catching that website where D-Rock is selling it. Check the description below. We've got it there.
Hell yeah, dude. So yeah, so it was cool. We finally got that in the works. Be ready to listen to that all the time. And hey, yo, any businesses, any people, we ready to partner up.
That's right.
We ready to kind of, you know, build bridges, make money. You know what I'm saying?
And here's the thing, as you said, Monty, everybody eats. That's what we're all about. It's not just, hey, you know, we want to just do this and get rich. No, we want everybody to eat. That's why we're supplying this for D-Rock. You know, he just started this website, what, how many days ago?
Not even that many days ago, but
I think it was like less than a week.
No, it was like 2 months. It's been recent. Like, he's just starting to push it out there. So, you know, that way we help build traction there. And like I said, if you're a content creator, if you're in any type of like creativeness, like that type of landscape or, you know, whatever avenue, like having your own instrumentals on lock. Like I still have like 4 instrumentals by D-Rock that I haven't even touched, and that I have just to have them. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know when you could use them. And then the best part about D-Rock, honestly, is that like once you find that certain beat, so let's say you're scrolling through them and you're like, damn, yo, this beat is good, but I just don't like this part right here. That's fine. that's where I come into play. You know what I'm saying? Because now you work with me. I go on and I go to speak to D-Rock, and me and D-Rock kind of make our magic going back and forth, and we create that image that you were thinking of. You know what I'm saying? So that's where all the magic is. And D-Rock's being that type of guy where he's willing to freaking adjust and make adjustments when needed.
That's awesome. And again, I like haven't gotten to see it firsthand. You know, these just beats turn into these intros and everything. It's fun. And I enjoy it, man. Like the fact that you allow me to be there and be in the studio and watch that, it's such a great process.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. So again, big thanks to D-Rock, man. Big ups to you, Brody. But yeah, so it is Thanksgiving.
It is
tomorrow.
You know, that's a year gone by real fast, bro.
I know.
Holy snap! All right, I'm gonna scooch over a little closer to the mic because it's that time to really get into the conversations. But wow, this year's passed by, and as you said, to go over some of the things we've been thankful for. What a year it's been.
I know, because like it's only like since the beginning of I'd be going on my third year right now. I think it would be this April 2025 would be my third year in pro wrestling, like live on shows.
Yeah.
And on my first year, I did not think I was going to do half the shit that I ended up doing. And then in my second year, achieving what we've achieved, like, it is so, like, I feel unheard of in some senses, like, to do what we did in such a short time.
Yeah.
You know, the connections we made, the opportunities we earned. There's guys that I've met and that I see that are at the same kind of time frame as us. And they've accomplished some things, which is amazing. But like, still certain accolades that we could stand like 10 toes on and be like, yeah, we got facts and we could back it up. Like, it's mind-boggling, because I think sometimes to myself, like, why, like, how and why us and why now?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, because the trajectory we've been on is definitely not typical of what you see in the pro wrestling industry. I feel like, or at least the business on the indie level.
At least in this area.
Right. For the time that we've been in, and what we have gotten to accomplish. And I agree with you 100%. And a lot of it does come down to, man, what is it that is different? You know? And, you know, when it comes down to it, we're doing our best to just put ourselves out there, you know? We're doing our best to learn and observe.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that people see that there's a willingness there, I think it's a willingness that people appreciate. So I think that has a lot to do with it, but it's still mind-boggling, as you said.
Nah, straight up, you know, because last year, my year didn't really start kicking off until about March or April. And then I started picking up, and then summer got busy, and then like fall was still a little busy, and then it kind of around this time of year kind of, you know, died down again.
Right.
But then like this year was bang
From
the first week of January up until literally a month ago or two. Really, it would have been a month ago, like maybe a couple weeks ago now if I never got hurt. But like, even that, I was still doing shit every other, like our schedule literally didn't die until like what we're in November.
Yeah.
Like early October. That's when we slowed down, because since January, for me at the very least, has been like almost every weekend, maybe one weekend a month where I had no shows.
Yeah.
I stayed freaking busy.
You were extremely busy, and there were weekends where, you know, you're doing 2-3 shows in that one weekend.
Yeah. Oh my God. I totally
headers.
forgot about that stuff. Yeah. Like there was like, it was mind blowing, bro. It was mind blowing being here, then there. And it was just like, wow, wow, I would have never thought. And then being able to do it with the people we've been able to do it with, at the companies we've been able to wrestle at, it's just been such a like humbling, but like such a dope experience at the same time, you know. And it makes me nothing but like more excited for the following year, because we all what's like scary is that like it only with the drive and like hunger I feel that I have, it only continues to get better, right? As long as I stay with that drive and I stay with that consistency, right? The moment I slack off, then it's like, F you, right? But since the moment I stepped foot in Next Gen and I was serious about like being on this stuff, you know, like it's been nothing but more progression.
Right.
More progression, you know, for both of us to be able to stand here, or 10 years from now, be able to talk to like some of the younger guys and be like, yeah, year 2, we became 3-time tag team champions.
Right.
We were able to enter a chaotic venue with 2 tag team championships. We were able to go back to our home promotion and walk in with 2 tag team championships. And not only just 2 tag team championships, the chaotic titles, tag team championships, are the most prestigious tag team championships in New England. The amount of names, like literally go and search up chaotic wrestling
Want me to
on
do it now?
Google.
I can look it up.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Search them up on Google and go into their website. They have a whole like history record, you know what I'm saying, of every champion, of how long, you know, how many times, all that stuff. The fact that we could stand there and say, and this is some, you know, whatever, some mark, whatever, we could say that like, yo, we're longer tag team champions than like someone in the likes of Carmelo Hayes, you know, who was there and won those same championships. You know what I'm saying? And Kid got the list right here. Yep. Just to name a few that of like known guys that y'all listeners would know held these same exact championships that we had.
So, of course, you have the #1 tag team that held the titles was the Logan Brothers with a total of 8 total reigns. But if we're going just off of, you know, names and things like that, you know, Anthony Green with, as the Cam-Ann Connection. Brian Malonis.
Yeah.
Let's see. Handsome Johnny, of course.
Ivar.
And then, naturally, your guy, Carmelo Hayes.
Mello.
And just to go through some of these and just to see, like, wow, man, we've held these titles.
Lil Guido held those too, right?
I believe so, yeah. I'd have to, yep, there it is. Little Guido. And then I believe, I'm still looking through, Spike Dudley actually held them.
Wow.
Right?
That's nutty.
Right? That's actually pretty cool. Matt Taven.
Wow.
And, of course, Donovan Dijak.
Wow. I still trying to get mine in, coach.
Right?
I still, don't worry. I just been on the sideline because bro's been, you know, a little hurt. So I didn't want to pull up there, you know, because I wasn't at 100%. But I'm getting there. I'm going to be there.
That is so weird.
So,
like, it's weird for me to look at those.
So out of curiosity, bring it back up.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, where do we land with our reign on the chaotic tag team?
All right. So we land 23rd.
Wow.
Out of 41 total teams that have held the tag team champions, we are 23rd in total reign time.
How many days?
With 126 days.
Hell yeah, man.
And I would say a lot of the people that are high up on that list naturally had multiple reigns.
Yeah.
So,
and that was on our first.
Now,
just imagine when we on our second.
Our third.
I didn't say when. I didn't say if. I said when. Like 2025 big moves. You heard? So the fact I will be forever thankful and grateful that I got to share that moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got to share that moment with you. We shook the chaotic landscape. Like we were the talk of the town, bro. Like it was to be able to do that and that promotion forever. I could die today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I could retire tomorrow, you know, and I'll be happy with my career.
Because you've got that.
You know, like that was one of my things, you know, and it was just like, oh. So that was the biggest like unexpected thing, because for Kid and I, we were like, yeah, that's gonna be year 5. For sure.
Oh yeah.
Year 5 for sure.
We had that pushed off so far.
And nah, you know, and it was just like, it was so dope. And we wanted to show them that we was really about it. You know, what they needed, what they asked for, we was down for it. Because that's who we are. We workers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We do things the next gen way. You know, we serve first. You know, whatever you need. It's not about us. It's not about our opponent. It's about what's overall better for the show. What's gonna put asses in seats.
Yeah.
You know, can we draw emotion? Can we do this? Can we do that? And it was such a fun time.
It was probably some of the most fun with pro wrestling I think you and I were having.
Oh hell yeah, 100%.
And it was the whole experience was just fun and enjoyable, and it was exactly what we've always wanted to do with pro wrestling. And your boy did it with a broken freaking nose.
Yo, big facts. And then I had a pars defect in my back. You know what I'm saying? This whole time working with a crack in my back. You know, like some people call it stupid, but I like to call it workers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because again, like I knew something was up, but I wasn't gonna be a bitch. You know, like if it came to a time during that reign where I was like, yeah, I can't do this.
Right.
We're gonna have to, you know, hand them over and vacate them. I would have done it because I'm not that stupid.
Not stubborn.
Right. But like I was like, if I can at the very least make it out the whole program. And then after that, I'll go get checked. Because out of all the places, that was the place I wanted to be the most. And I wanted to show them that I was really about business. And I was not going to let my first fucking chaotic tag team title reign go short because of an injury.
Right.
Hell no.
But you did what you always say you're going to do.
Show up.
Show out.
Hell yeah. And with that being said, that kind of leads me to 3 days from now. That's Thursday.
Yeah.
Friday. Saturday.
November 30th.
November 30th. Listen, if the promo didn't already drop, I'm going to drop it right here anyways. Everybody in Focus Pro, for some reason, keep forgetting to mention my name. Genome. Whatever. She's more fixated on trying to stop Danny Miles from getting his shot at the championship. Danny Miles is so fixated on stopping Genome to get the Focus Championship. Boofa, who's, as far as I can recall, never stepped foot in Focus Pro, gets a championship opportunity. Everybody keeps forgetting that I'm holding the most important prize in Focus Pro right now. And that is the cash and carry contract. That's my money in the bank. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's Boofa. It doesn't matter if it's Tyree. It doesn't matter if it's Danny Miles, Genome, Mike Grasha, whoever. Doesn't matter. because whoever the champion is, regardless, got to watch they back. And I ain't going to do it dirty. You know, I ain't a dirty guy. You feel me? If it's Tyree, yeah, I'm going to do him dirty. Yeah, I'm going to do him dirty. If it's Danny Miles, yeah, I'm going to do him dirty too. I'm going to do him dirty too. That son of a bitch put me to sleep.
That's right.
You think I forgot about that? Hell no. If it's Gino, you know, I'll give it a heads up. I'll give it a heads up. If it's a person I can respect, I'm not going to do this stingy, backstabbing kind of thing, because then I don't want nobody to stand there and tell me when I win the Focus Pro Championship that it was a fluke.
Ooh.
That I didn't earn it. Y'all forgot, bro. And if y'all forgot, I'm about to remind y'all. I was never, ever a thought when it came to Focus Pro coming to Massachusetts. Focus Pro didn't come to Massachusetts and be like scouting all their roster list and being like, yeah, we want Monty. No. No. I showed up and I showed out when somebody couldn't hold their end of the bargain. So because somebody else couldn't hold their end of the bargain, somebody called the main shooter to handle business. So what does the main shooter do when he gets a call from his people to pull up and handle business? I pulled up and handled business. And ever since that very day, there hasn't been a show that I have not been on. I wasn't supposed to be here. I wasn't supposed to have that Focus Pro cash and carry contract. But I did. And I do. Because my whole life has been nothing but a challenge. And I don't expect anything less. It just makes the prize, the finish line, so much more worth it. Marcus, my friend, my colleague, my brother, when we stand toe to toe, face to face in the middle of that ring, I am giving you my all. I am giving you all the blood, the sweat, and tears that I could possibly carry, win or lose, because I know you're that good. I'm not that confident that I could go in there and hang with Marcus Mathers. But God damn it, I'll try. And that, I promise you, will stand for something. So please, guys, if you guys are watching IWTV Saturday night, maybe you have it up on your phone while you're watching Survivor Series, make sure you tune in to Mo Money, More Problems 2. Because I'm going to make sure the next time that title comes around, that title for a show, it's not going to say more money, more problems. It's going to say more money, more problems. Yes, sir.
All right.
Sorry, I had to get it out.
No. Don't let me stop you, brother.
I had to get it out, man.
Dang. Like, I know you're passionate. This is nothing new for me, but like, that's heavy.
I'm just tired of it, man.
I hear you,
It's
man.
time. Like I said, 2025 is the year of opportunity.
It's not even 2025 yet.
But it's the last show of the year that leads into 2025, that sets the terms, that set the field, that sets the core foundation of what Focus Pro is going to do in 2025.
That's true.
What I'm going to do in 2025. You feel me?
Dude, not only do I feel you, I got like chills going.
Yeah.
You can't be just like, you feel me? Nah, man. Like, you're giving me goosebumps and everything. I don't just feel you. I can feel the energy in the air.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, but other than that, man, I really do want to keep. Make sure you tune in IWTV, man.
Please.
Focus Pro. If you don't have a subscription, you could definitely just buy the event itself. Only $10. Support independent wrestling. Support your boy. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to keep it short and sweet because last time I said that, and we went almost an hour. So just to keep it going, real quick before we kind of wrap things up, what are 3 things that you are thankful for this year?
This year? So first and foremost has to be, as you said, getting an opportunity to work for Chaotic, win titles at Chaotic, and getting to do it the way that I've always wanted to. And that was with you right there because, it's a
Not
lot.
how you always wanted it because
Hey,
you didn't know me when you started.
I didn't know it then.
Right.
But once everything started clicking and I went, hold on a second, to actually do this, I actually have to work a certain way. I've got to be a certain way. You helped me find that.
Word.
And I would only be able to say I earned those titles because of the work that you helped me put in. So it's that I mean.
For sure.
The second one, of course, is going to be, the health of my family. We did have a mini health scare a little earlier this week. My daughter had a bad asthma attack. She ended up in the hospital. She's doing good now. She's raring to go to school 2 days after it happened. So that just tells you, how much of a warrior she is. But just for the health of my family, they're doing well and they're in high spirits. So that's the second thing I'm thankful for. And then the third thing would just be just knowing how much we've progressed and how much we've already got planned for next year. It's not just, we've gone through a lot this year.
Yeah.
We've gone through quite a roller coaster ride of a year.
Mm-hmm.
And yet I still feel like we're winning.
Yeah.
I still feel like we're on the up and up.
Yeah, straight up.
And knowing that makes me go into next year with all the confidence in the world. And I'm very thankful that I have that opportunity. And that's a team effort. That's, myself, that's you, that's Tabs, that's, my family up in Maine. That's everybody working together and making this come together and make it possible. So that's got to be my top 3 is wrestling, that big achievement in wrestling, my family, and then my family here as well.
Hell yeah. For me, it's probably ideally the same thing, man, just because I don't think I would have been able to get through this year if it wasn't for number one thing thankful for is my daughter, Kennedy. I'm also thankful for Athena, and being able to share these precious moments with her now. It's all I've ever wanted. So being able to have that, no really worry, it was such a good thing, and such a so it's been moments that I won't take for granted anymore. I felt like I took a lot of it for granted my first go around, and this time I'm making sure of it. And it's funny because Kennedy now is starting to get really she's been very attached heavy lately more than ever. And it's funny because with me specifically, I always see her do this with her mom, but there's I get home and then she looks at me, but then she ignores me a lot, but these last 2 weeks she's just been nonstop wanting to be next to me, wanting to be with me, wanting me to grab her, all this stuff. So it's just I was waiting for those moments because at first I know she's just a baby and all that stuff, but and she's still developing, so it's she doesn't know anything. But it do be a little frustrating sometimes when you're damn, why are you acting like that? I just want to show you love,
Right.
but you're not letting me give it to you. But again, she's just a baby and she's still like, developing and all that jazz. And I know that, but it's just like, I want it so quick, because that's like, it's what I wanted the first time around. And now, like I stand there and I'll joke around with Kid and be like, yeah, she's so annoying, won't leave my side. But like, I love it so much, I couldn't not have it anymore. So I'm real grateful for that. The second one is definitely pro wrestling, just in a whole. Because of the opportunities it's given me, the people that I've been able to build relations with and meet. It's things that, like, honestly, I could have only dreamed of, and it's so wild to make a lot of it possible. There's so many memories, there's so many things that I get to say that I never thought I could say or ever get the opportunity to say. And it's so crazy. Like, and I'll list a quick few just because they're really big for me. Again, the Chaotic Tag Team Championship victory was one of them. Being able to say that I was in the Hamburg Fieldhouse in Pennsylvania and be in some of the last like 3 or 4 shows in that very building, and the historical significance that it has to the pro wrestling world. When it comes to ECW, early WWF days, so being able to be in that arena is crazy. And then in that same arena, be eliminated by Super Crazy, like growing up watching them on SmackDown in Mexico. I only knew him from SmackDown, like I didn't know about the ECW days.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't know about the ECW days until like I got older. But like from when I was growing up, I only knew him as SmackDown. So it was like, that was such a huge thing for me. And then like the other one, I guess, would probably just be like, my opportunity to wrestle with AG, so early in my career. A lot of it like taught me a lot of things. I learned so many like life lessons in pro wrestling. And again, like when I got the news about my cousin passing away, like live show, mid-show, still having to go out there, having to sit in that locker room full of a bunch of guys that are all happy it's the weekend and, we get to wrestle, and I have to stand there and decide that decision of not deciding to make it about myself and try to mask the pain and hurt that I was feeling right then and there and the sadness that I was feeling was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, because it was such a gut-wrenching like information. And then to go out there, have that match, and then like stand there and like just leave. Again, maybe out of everybody there that day, only 3 people knew, because I had to let it out. But again, I would have not been able to really get by that or past that if it wasn't for having you there, having, the fan support in APW, having APW in general. So like so many things that I feel like if it wasn't for pro wrestling, I probably would have not been able to manage things. And then the third one would be my family, right? And when I say my family, I don't mean my blood family. I mean the family that I chose to create. And that involves you, that involves Tabs, that involves, Jess, that involves, D-Rock. It involves so many people, but not so many at the same time. It's a small knit group of certain people that I get close to, that I'm allowed to be, myself and really open up. And I feel like I've never had that in my life. So through all the ups and downs, through all the freaking things, like I wouldn't be able to stand there and stay like, I always say it to you, and I'll go on record till the day I die on here, saying that like I couldn't be able to do half this shit if it wasn't for Kid V, because Kid V gives me a solid foundation. That's what he gave me. You know, obviously I put my part in other aspects, but
Very much so.
just a foundation for outside of the regular for me to try to create, try to build. Every place that I've gone to, I feel like when I've tried to tap into that type of mindset, things always ended up hitting the fence. Whether it was the living situation itself, whether it was the relation with the people themselves, and it just would never click. And sometimes it would be those people, sometimes it would be me, and then sometimes it'd be out of out of control of either or. You know, it'd just be because of circumstances out of our control that we just have to deal with. It's if it wasn't for him, again, I wouldn't be able to stand here. I wouldn't be able to do all this because I'm so sporadic. I'm so like wanting to try this, wanting to do that. But then like I'll do that, but then kid would be like, yeah, we could do that, but we also got to make sure we handle this shit first. And once this is handled, then we could definitely do that. Or, you know what, you want to do that? Okay, we'll start putting stuff in order so that by this time, we'll be able to do it. I couldn't do that myself. I didn't know how to do that. People would tell me to do that, but wouldn't teach me how to do that, wouldn't show me how to do that. People would tell me I need a budget, but wouldn't show me how to budget. And people would stand there and say that they're here to be a shoulder to lean on. They're here to be a safe space, but then not follow up with that. Kid has done none of those things. Kid has done the very opposite. He showed me how to budget. He's teaching me other ways. He's teaching me how to act or when to like do certain things. You know, he's showing me that patience, that growth, that literally all I've ever asked for in my life was that, because I have to see it. You can't just tell me. And I've always said that, and people would just, oh, well, buddy. But kid was never like that with me. And I know there's been moments that I've made hard, that it hasn't been easy, but he will still stand here and still ride with me. Out of so many people I've met in my life, no one. And it's no shot to my brother, it's no shot to my blood family, it's no shot to my mom, but nobody, none of them were even able to do that. You know what I'm saying? So probably out of that third one, you know, the family in general, but it really is like you specifically.
Well, thank you. I hate it when you talk to me like that, when you talk about me like that, and now you put it out on the podcast.
User.
But as I've said to you before, I wouldn't do that for just anybody. You know, I'm definitely a guy that gives second chances, but you best believe that second chance is going to be very wearily. You know, I'm going to understand, hey, that didn't feel good the first time you. So I'm a very patient guy. You've never had me at a point where my patience was worn thin. It was always you willing to work with whatever situation came up. All you had to do was tell me, hey, this is the situation. And then I went, all right, let's plan. And that was the thing. You just needed to learn how to plan things out. I have a little bit of experience with that because I started life real young. And, you know, I've had a little bit of experience with that. But again, I think you had a beautiful TikTok from a long time ago, before we even had matching gear. And it says, rule number 28, there's nothing stronger in this world than two young men who are dead set on a single goal. And I watch that TikTok from time to time because I've got it saved on mine.
Yeah.
And it's just in the background. It's got you and me when we're first starting to tag with each other. And I went, that's absolutely true. Because we fill each other's gaps very well. You are a little bit of a hothead sometimes.
Yeah.
I've got the patience of a saint. And that helps us out. I've noticed that, for you, I've noticed a difference since when I first met you, obviously.
Yeah.
both physically and just the way you handle stuff. And you've grown up to a point where it's like you're ready to take on the world by yourself. You are absolutely 100% ready for it. Yeah, sure, there's still some things that you don't know about, you might need to learn, but I have all the confidence in the world that you have the tools at your disposal now. And the fact that, you've helped me out so much. Again, before you moved in, this was a hobby.
Yeah.
This was, I was like, sure, one more try. Let's go ahead and see. I wasn't super serious about it. I wasn't. I would not be where I am today. I would not have achieved a lifelong dream of mine without you being here with me. And again, I like to think that you and I connected on a personal level. You saw that you could trust me. I saw I could trust you. And then we said, okay, how far can we take this?
Right.
And right now, sky's the limit. And it still is unlimited for the two of us.
Nah, straight up, man. It's just
And that's
getting started.
And I think that's what drives us because of that. So
Oh yeah.
thank you.
Thank you, brother, man. Ba, ba, da, ba. Kids out here getting all emotional.
I
and
almost did get emotional.
man.
And I don't usually do that.
Nah, but it's important that people know, you know what I'm saying? And like we're both kind of on the same like spot when it comes to like how we express ourselves to people and show our appreciation. So it's like it's also just important to hear it sometimes because you never know. Again, there was just you'd say that you there'd be like some bullshit, you know, and just through it all, you know, it's just things get tough, things get antsy, you know, frustrating. And just hearing that sometimes could just really be the shift that you need that'll make a difference. So yeah. So I'll always say it. I always put it out there on record, you know. But yeah, we're gonna start winding down, man. Listen, video pods, YouTube's exclusives.
What?
From here on out. So if you want to watch, if you're listening on Spotify, if you're listening on iHeart, all those other stuff, if you want to watch what we were doing today, go to subscribe to the YouTube. It's in the description. You know, we try and run those numbers up, baby.
And if you want to make sure you're getting those videos as they drop, well, ring that bell, get those notifications turned on.
So guys, please let us know in the comment section down below, what are you thankful for? And you know what? I realized we never got back to the other half of those questions, you know, from the last episode.
That's all right.
I promise y'all, I promise you, this time we will. Next week, we will handle it. This week, it was just, we pre-planned this episode. The very few times that we pre-plan a theme for an episode, this was already pre-planned.
But at the same time, it's Thanksgiving Eve.
Hell
so this
yeah.
is exactly what you're going to expect from us. Mike
Hell
tried
yeah.
to make me eat pumpkin pie. I hate pumpkin pie.
I did.
I
He
hate
wouldn't.
it.
He
I don't
wouldn't.
like it.
I wanted to eat on the pod, you know what I'm saying? Because people be weird like that for some reason. I like to watch people eat. But yeah, we'll probably do that one day.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, little ASMRs.
No, I don't think we have to make it an ASMR.
Yeah.
We can just have some snacks.
ASMR like this. No.
Yeah, let's not do that.
So guys, you know, make sure you're enjoying your Thanksgiving dinner with your family, with your loved ones. Make sure you eating all that rice. Make sure you're eating all that turkey. Make sure you're eating all that ham, all that mash, all that cranberry, all the pumpkin, all the apple pies, all that jazz. If you the type to go out on a little walk with your cousins, make sure you go out there and you be safe. You be safe.
And if you can, make sure you win that wishbone fight, you know, pulling the wishbone.
Yeah. Bam. Win it. And then on that walk, please be careful, because I heard skunks like to roam around a lot on Thanksgiving for some reason.
They really do.
Don't get sprayed by a skunk. And if you do, put some cologne on that jazz, man. But with that being said, kid, drop your plugins, gang.
Well, you can find me on the Facebook, the Instagram, the X/Twitter, ProRezKidV, that is Rez as in wrestling, and on the TikTok as Red_Head_J. Hit 'em up, money.
You can find me on the Instagram, the Facebook, the TikTok. That's Monty Ariez, MANIARIEZ, baby. And on the X/Twitter, it is Ariez_Monty with AS. You can find us on social media, The Neighborhood, on Instagram, #4, the THA Neighborhood, and on Facebook, THE The Neighborhood, and on X/Twitter, it is PW Neighborhood.
So all y'alls remember, like the show, comment below, and share with everyone you know.
Hell yeah. And don't forget, go up to D-Rock. Go to that website. Use that promo code. Use that promo code. Help us out.
Neighbor 20.
Yes, sir. Right there. Neighbor 20. Yeah. And when you do and you're at the cash out, make sure you show a lot of
Love and energy.
And with any situation that comes your way, approach it with one motto and two goals. That's show up
and show out.
Yes, sir.